Hey guys, this is Azrael here again. So we're here for round 2, game 2 of the Irish Community Nationals. And now for the return match with Damien versus Andrew. This time Damien playing Noise and Andrew picking up Blue Sun. And with me again is Jared.
Hello.
So we'll get to see the Noise match now against Blue Sun after Andrew just playing Noise. Are we expecting another Hive Mind Darwin?
I don't think so.
I think speaking to Andrew on the day, I think he knew, and I think everyone got a lot of enjoyment from the fact he was playing something quite different.
Yes.
Here, I think straight away, is that a Hades Shard 2 wild sides?
I didn't see too clearly, but looks like there's plenty of money in the Blue Sun hand.
Which is awful. Which is absolutely terrifying. There's like Space Ice and was that an Archer he was rotating there?
I know he was playing Archer, so it could well be.
I think there's very little reason not to splash one unless you're running particularly maybe punitive and high agenda point builds.
Yeah, I think this more is, it's not the punitive kill build, it's more just a sort of, it's quite a nice mix of ice, I think. Quite surprising if you're usually playing against Blue Sun.
So is this looking like install hedge fund?
Yep.
Awesome. And this is where you're kind of hoping, well, I was about to say, this is where you're hoping the runner doesn't run so you can play that restructure next turn, but as Blue Sun you can always lift your ice, straight up restructure, which is the advantage. Cash from Noise, great start. We'll get an early mill, couple of credits. Second cash. Wow. Now do you go and check these two? Wild side. And then I click to draw. Okay, well we saw no assets installed, so he's not fearing Jackson, so maybe he thinks he can run in and check them next turn before they go away. Or maybe he's just in no hurry.
So click hedge, restructure maybe, and then another piece of ice.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go, money.
Seeing Demon here using virus counters to track clicks, so we've got a click there dedicated to wild side, so we'll see if we get Chronos Prototype, we get Pancakes in there to fill that gap soon. So draw 2, looks like a Parasite, which is probably dead in this matchup, but is that Faust?
It's still a mill, and Faust isn't the greatest.
Street Peddler, we're gonna have to wait and see. One of them was slammed though.
You reckon that was one of his iPad horses?
Yeah, could well be something he didn't want to see go there for sure. Okay, so we wild-sided, then I think we drew, then we installed, and taking a credit. So we want to see Aesops here, or just a Chronotype really quickly. If those come soon.
Another hedge fund. Restructure even.
So Blue Sun, I mean, you'd imagine that he wants to encourage a run with a handful of ice though, we're not seeing... Oh.
Well, the long game suits Noise as well, so you kind of really want to get him to play in your timetable.
No, there's the Aesops.
We're all set up.
That must have been the slam card from the Peddler, everything.
Okay.
And we lost a clone chip and a mimic, which is reasonably fine. Aesops off the cash. Okay, we're really coming together here. So if this wild side produces a Chronotype, would be a later. This is Deja Vu and a Chronotype. Okay, so we're in Happyville.
Yes. It's pretty much the perfect start you can get as Noise. You've got your breakers, you've got your money, you've got your draw, everything's good. You still have to keep an eye though, Blue Sun can burst up for money and they usually like to murder you.
No oversights and no advancements near the space ice, so you think he's wanting to keep that hidden, or is he wanting to hold on to his credits?
Well,
not expecting a run maybe at all, maybe he's just expecting...
You don't lose anything for just paying the iron price for the space ice because you can bounce it straight back again, so the surprise element could be an issue.
So Faust is great, we're sitting on 4 credits. Faust obviously doesn't need those credits, but Blue Sun's sitting on about 14, 15 there so far. And more ice. So actually, I think if I was playing Blue Sun here, I'd actually be really looking to see an agenda right now.
Well, yep, you want to maybe push it a bit, like especially the ice is so high strength. There's no David on the other side. It would be really taxing on Faust to get through most of the Blue Sun ice. So yeah, I think it's probably not a bad spot to try and score.
I must admit now, we've seen this Crowder and another wild side, which is really just a bit of a dead card here. So I think we've got 2 wild sides in hand now. David will be an absolute killer here, especially if Demon's running 1 or 2 copies of it. So he's thinking, I mean at the minute, So I'm playing Noise here. I think I probably want to be getting more credits, but I've got nothing in my hand. I don't really want to overdraw, knowing that my wild side's giving me 2 draws a turn for free. I don't really want to be wasting clicks drawing. With that hand, though, what are you really doing here?
You have to worry about dying as well, because you don't have your I've had worses yet. I think you just have to be careful, build up some money, and throw into your I've had worses, or try to get ahead of him in money, and then go for anything that goes down in that remote maybe.
So Deja Vu into 2 caches, instantly both install, money taken, and 2 more mills. So it's probably about as the most economy I think you can make really in that turn.
Yep.
And a final draw sees a Lamprey, which I don't think really is going to be that useful against Blue Sun.
Do you think he's on a vamp strategy too, maybe?
I think a one-off vamp is something I expect out of the likes of Val and Wizard. Oh, Uptown Renovation.
Nice.
So face up 4-2. So this is ballsy. Knowing Faust is on the table, he's going to gain credits as he advances it, which is fine. This would say to me that he would have a kill in hand, that he'd have a Seesaw Scorched, but he doesn't.
Yeah, but Damien doesn't know that.
Yeah, so is he going to be able to just walk this one off? Is Damien going to decide to go after this?
It's a tricky one. It's very, very tricky. You never know.
Now he has cards to burn. He's got Wild Side there he could burn. He's got a spare Aesops he could burn. It isn't him. So he has the cards in hand to power Faust through if he really wants to.
Yeah, but will he have enough left over to survive any punitives, or he's just, I think, maybe going to go for a mill strategy.
And we know there's no Jackson on the table, so I like this play a lot, actually. I really do.
Spiderweb, it's pretty good against Faust, 3 cards.
Yeah, that's not nice. And this is going to be probably a successful run, which would leave him open. But I think, as we know, Andrew's not rocking anything in his hand. Oh, there was one agenda in there. We haven't been seeing them as they've been getting built. Just the one. That's a Hollywood renovation, so 5-3. Awesome. And draws up to just 3 cards, is that? So this is where you hold your breath and pray. And what do we pull? A toll booth.
You're holding your breath. You're holding your breath.
Looking at those cards, your lifeline.
Oh, and you're safe.
So I think each time you advance that by 1, you gain 2 credits back. So essentially every click is gaining a credit as well as scoring an agenda, which is great.
It's fantastic for tempo, so it is.
So 3-2, this game all of a sudden just kicked up a gear. 1 agenda out of all those mills is probably about right, mathematically speaking. Maybe a little bit unlucky, because I think we saw at least 4 caches, Lamprey, Imp, so about 6 or 7 mills. And funnily enough, Noise starting to get ahead on the money race. I think there's 10, I think about 15 there. Oh,
there's 5,
oh,
I think.
Yeah.
So it's probably still Blue Sun in our head, and they can always pop the ice back to hand to jump up when they need to.
There you go, making use of that parasite. So going to force him to lift it, or
well, it's just another mill, I think, which is what you're looking for at this stage.
Okay, so yeah, it's a tentative game. You feel like any second this could be a kill, or it could be a big. I haven't seen medium come out yet. There is only 1 piece of ice on R&D with Faust. You could get a big deep R&D dig, but I think Noise is probably happy just to sit and slowly.
Did he have the memory for all those programs at that point?
I don't think he did. Possibly lifted that ice back to hand unnecessarily. Yeah, it looks like actually for a moment he was over memory there with that second cache.
I think he would have just triced the parasite anyway.
He's got the mill.
Yeah, it was that was the main thing.
Do we think that's the spider web that's just probably come back out right in front again?
It's a pretty good piece of ice out of Blue Sun against Faust. If you have 2 of them in a row, that's
6
horrible.
cards.
Yeah, that's horrible to get through.
We know there's Corroder in hand for Noise, so he's got
No,
that.
I think did he discard it?
To break through?
Yeah, I think he discarded it to break through the spiderweb the first time.
Wow, whoa, my goodness.
Oh.
Now he does still have the Hades.
Yep.
So that triple ice is actually not going to do a whole lot whenever push comes to shove. So I think Andrew's kind of unlucky here not to be seeing more agendas. I think if he
Yeah.
could draw into an Atlas or even, what's the 3-1 renovation?
I think it's the underway.
Yeah. One or two of those right now. Oh, plane passing overhead for anybody who's getting the mic feedback on that.
And Noise is he's just ticking along. He doesn't have to run. He can just keep installing viruses turn after turn, and that is as good as an access. And there you go again.
So yeah, I think the adjusted chronotype wild side combo is just
And a
proving.
third one.
Proving.
Oh, and there goes the Hades. Is it enough?
Does he think he's really going to get 4 points at this stage?
Oh,
There's
just one.
And it sees a scorch. And no tag. No tag still. So 4-2. A little bit unlucky there, but I think that was a bit premature. I think he could have waited a bit. Still, there was no Jackson. There was no assets installed. I think he could have held off another turn.
Yeah, but he can deja vu it back and try again. If he's any deja vu's left.
Did I just miss the corp turn there? Did I just triple click for triple credit?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness. We're not even tracking imp counters, which shows how much he doesn't care about the actual. Yeah, we think Damien has one thing on his mind here, and it's mill.
It's good. I think he's probably going to go for mill.
Okay, so mandatory draw into Mary Matty. Okay, hostile takeover.
What turns his archers on?
Gives Noise a bad publicity that we're probably not going to see used, I would imagine.
Well, the good thing too about Hades is it doesn't require a run, so it doesn't turn on sea source.
I'm going to clone chip out a cash. Cash. So the military continues. I really wish we had a deck counter right now to know how many we've gone through, because it's looking like it's almost even between the R&D. It's hard to tell with the black sleeves. Is a Utopia shard in hand there?
Could be.
An extra 2 cards. So we're going to see Street Peddler. 1 looks like a medium. 2 looks like a Lamprey. Oh no, he wild-sided
yes.
first. Okay. So Deja Vu, Chronotype, and looks like another Street Peddler possibly.
He's got
not the best. That's a pretty per Street Peddler actually.
There's a David there if he does need to do a glory run. He's having a think.
Oh, so he's looking. Oh, you're right. So he has got rid of the Cruder. He's just looking through now. What do you think he's counting for here? He's shoring the Hades, which is important, I guess. How many Deja Vus have we used? 2, and is the third one on the Street Peddler, so he doesn't have a Deja now?
Maybe.
That's possibly what's giving him so much thought here, unless he's considering how many cards he can spend to start running. But I think the credit total's still pretty tight and possibly in Wayland's favour a little bit. Oh, so yes, it looks like he was thinking about the run. Should he be tracking the imp counters at this point?
Possibly. No Grimoire.
Astro Belt.
So that's Davidable. So you nearly bounce and then go again.
Or trash 3 cards to the boost 1 to break. Yeah, I think bouncing and going again is absolutely. No Grimoire here. I mean, having to kind of run around this 4 memory is actually a bit on the tricky side. Okay.
Oversight.
Oh, no. I see with the imp counters. Maybe we missed a purge. Is that what I missed at the turn?
That might have been when he didn't seem to do much. And that probably was a good idea with that many imps.
Yeah.
So bouncing back the ice. He's got an oversight in hand if he wants to do oversight play.
But now you've got David there, ready to break through most things.
But
Curtain wall would be.
Curtain wall, and if you have another strength 5 piece of ice in front of it, then you won't have enough David counters. He's gone through quite a few clone chips.
Okay.
So again,
another David, that's rough.
Anything else of interest in his hand?
Data Sucker.
Data Sucker, which will just be another mill, I think.
Ooh, are we? Is he going to double res here? What would we fear the most here? Taurus is doing nothing. Archer could be bad. No. Archer would, yeah, with only one David counter, Archer could have been pretty brutal there, but this is just the same Astro built down again.
Well, again, you know, he doesn't really care too much for his programs.
Sees a Scorch.
And a Wormhole, I think.
So we've seen one Scorch binned, one Scorch on top of the deck. Still haven't seen any tags, any sea sources, any mid-seasons, or much influence at all.
No, I think he's got an agenda in hand though. Will you go for it now that he's used up his Davids?
I think if you go into, you got to now, don't you?
Yeah, you're on the clock. Like if you can't wait till he's out because he'll just mow your deck away before you.
So you think you pick up the Nebula, install advance?
Well, I think he's already drawn this turn, so.
More mills. So, can he get the Hades back? I don't think he can.
I think he's already used 2 Deja Vu, so.
I think we've both got our thoughtful faces on here as to quite how Noise is gonna clinch this out.
I think if he can get into archives one more time, he's probably got a good shot. We haven't seen any Jacksons on the board at all. There must be about 6 or 7 cards face down in there at the minute.
I do wonder how many Jacksons have been hit into archives actually.
So there's the pickup now.
So depending on what the 2 bits of ice are in front of the remote and how much they cost to res, you feel like you'll possibly an oversight, install the agenda advance once, so you could potentially score it next turn. No. Okay. Oh,
advancing it once, making it a bit cheaper. An oversight, curtain wall.
Now Damien does have another David in hand. I think you've got to run that.
But then if he's no more Deja Vus, how many clone chips has he gone through? Is there a way to get the Davids back again?
I don't think so.
I'd be more interested in getting into archives than denying the money, I think, at the minute.
2 cards. That looks like a medium and a grimoire.
It's tense anyway.
It is, yeah. This is a bit of an eye phase, so he is going to be the David. I think letting them have, was that 14 credits, 16 credits? Curtain 14 for curtain wall. I think you're right. I think you either hit archives now or you have to deny the money. One of the 2 plays. Because right now, Wayland looks reasonably poor.
You could run archives, and then if it gets too expensive, you could get into R&D, I think, 3 times. Well, twice at least.
Oh, he is going R&D as well. With another medium in hand too. And he's going to spend 2 of these David counters getting in.
But it makes him pretty poor, so he can't actually. Would he be able to defend archives?
We're going to see 3 cards.
No.
What a whiff.
Archives is looking good, I think.
Can he get in there now with just Faust and 1 counter?
Well,
misses data sucker token.
The money he's got is what, about
4 credits? Is that looks like?
It doesn't look like a lot to protect him. To keep him out.
I think if you're going to go archives, you got to go now before this oversighted AI gets picked up. Yeah. Oversighted curtain wall. Oh, an extra mill. We don't need to worry about that virus counter now because we've just override that. This has got to be it now. This has got to be the archives run to end the game, surely.
How many clicks is left?
I think he's got 1 left. I think he installed, then he ran, then installed again.
Yep. He's thinking. He's still thinking.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much of a deck left. Ooh,
he takes a credit. Wow, wait. So curtain wall's going to get lifted, you imagine? Wow, so this is on knife edge now. We've got a rich court with 2 bits of ice resed over R&D and desperately digging for a Jackson, you got to imagine.
I would think so.
It's hard to see his hand. Now I wonder if he's just put the curtain wall straight back down. I must admit I wouldn't be a fan of that myself. Ooh, okay.
Well, the curtain wall itself, I think you kind of want something that is a little less expensive that'll do the same job.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Wayland is nearly at the point, just as our cameraman affixes a new light to the camera at the middle of this game. We're counting cards. Wow, that's a lot of face up. How many face down though? Not a lot of money in there. We had early restructures and hedge funds. Haven't really seen much more economy since.
That's the first oversight we've seen.
I think we're going to see the lighting just fix itself now, guys. Yeah, we go. Just sorry about that. As the cameraman's just fixing new batteries to our light. We ended up having to buy another 40 batteries, I think, on the day. Something crazy like that.
So
there we go. And you can see what's really going on with those black sleeves.
I have no idea which way this game's going to go.
How's he getting in? He's just going to use Faust to break the... Well, it's going to be the same for either one. It's going to be 3 cards either way.
Yep.
He's going to see 4 though, and you've got to imagine he's going to hit something here, unless he's actually been milling so good.
All the agendas are
in archives. So that sucker, imp, and medium go. We're going to see 4 cards off the top. 1, 2 is an agenda. Oh, they're both agendas.
And that's game.
Hollywood and Underway Renovations come to make an 8-3. Blue Sun looked like they could have potentially solidified that at some point, but never just got the economy to get more than those 2 pieces of ice raised, and very good pressure.
Yes, it was indeed. Like, I think he just didn't see the pieces he needed early enough against Noise, and if that happens, then you're well behind usually.
Yeah, so thanks so much, Jared. So guys, there's 2 more games. You can see the previous game here, and straight on we'll be going into round 3, game 1. And thanks so much for watching along.